Are we stuck in a generation of remakes, reboots, and revivals? I recently had a conversation with a friend who's more experienced in watching and talking about films, and we landed on the topic of cash grabs. And the more we talked about it, it brought us to this exact video and asking ourselves, are we in the decade of the remake? Now, I'm not here to bash all the prequels or sequels that have come out, but it's definitely a prevalent thing that we can't ignore. I'm in my 20s now, and for the most part, I can say I've seen my fair share of movies that have a counterpart that came out in the early 2000s or early 90s dating back. So many examples from Coming to America 2 to Blade Runner 2049. Some of these fall flat on their face and scream cash grabs from a mile away. But we have to ask ourselves, why does Hollywood feel comfortable pushing these out? One huge contributor to this phenomenon we're experiencing right now would have to point in one direction, and that's the average boomer. Now, this includes many of our parents and older people we share this same internet with, but the film consumption that they usually follow leads to watching familiar titles almost all the time. And I know at some point I'll end up waiting forever for a Get Out remake, but some things just need to remain untouched. Maybe I'll sing a different tune when I'm older. But that very reason will have these companies pushing for another remake of a household movie for the box office to boom. It's so easy knowing that you'll fill 100,000 seats making a new Ghostbusters, whatever. Old people will watch it. We also need to investigate that franchise because they literally won't stop. In a world where you'll hear about a new I Am Legend before a friend tells you to go watch a completely new idea to what we consume, try and find movies or directors that are paving the way for fresh ideas, new or old movies. It's funny because we have people who will be upset that a movie they've never heard about wins an award before Avengers Infinity War. And not to say that those movies have no weight in being Oscar worthy, I just feel as a moviegoer, we're not respecting the organic spread of storytelling. And maybe it's on the boomers, maybe it's on the execs, but the real movies will always prevail. And that's it for this episode of Caleb's Corner. Thanks for tapping in and seeing what I saw. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.